What's going on, everyone? Michael here from 3D Print Everything again, and today we are fixing this Ender 5 Plus. My last video was on asking if you could help me with this problem. I'm not sure exactly what I did, but it's no longer hopping around the brim like in the last photo. But the presenting problem that the client brought me, she had printed this out. She said she was getting crunchy prints. So her prints, literally, you can crunch them. Which is not good. Spongy prints would be another way of describing this. This is PLA. If we look really close, it's just not extruding. The walls aren't connected. You can peel one wall from the other just about. And I had printed a test cube, and we can see this is even with 115% fill. So we can see that it's kind of inconsistent on its print layers, and otherwise still a crunchy print. So we don't want crunchy prints. Generally what crunchy prints means to me when I see that is, first you want to check your nozzle, you want to check your throat, you want to check your path. It's generally something to do with the pathing of the filament to the nozzle. There's something somewhere in there is messed up, because otherwise your extruder motor is always going to be extruding consistently. So there'll be something else holding it up. One test you can do is pulling on the filament. So if you can take your filament and put a little resistance on it and pull it back out, if it ever slips and it comes back when it should be going up, then you've definitely got an issue. That can be a grip issue. It can be with how tight your deal is here. So one of the first things I did was tighten this on the old one, which is right here. And that looked like it helped, but it didn't help enough. So I was still looking at it, and with these plastic ones, what'll happen, and a common problem, is on your crealities here, they will break. You'll get like a crack right across here or up here. These are just an injection molded part, so they're not as good as metal. As you can see, we replaced this with like a $10 or $20 creality metal version. I wish they would just put that on printers in the first place and people wouldn't have to buy it extra. So I bought that to replace it because I figured there was something wrong with it. And as I was replacing it, we can see here, this nut got ground all the way down. I've never seen this. The only thing I can think of that might have done this is if I think I know what happened. I think what happened was they were probably doing a print and it ran out of filament, and then the bearing here, and it was just like that too. The bearing rode on this extruder because the placement of the gears was a little off, but look, that's exactly what happened. So the steel bearing up against the brass steel wore out the teeth. So that's the first time I've seen that, but that's exactly what can happen, is you'll wind up having a bearing wear out the teeth on your gear. Now, probably the easiest fix would have been to have just moved this, so I could have just undone these screws, moved the filament over to the non-messed up section, and done that. But the $20 replacement part, that should make it just fine. So hopefully they just don't run it out of filament. I'll point that out to the client. But now we're going to level the printer, and I'm just doing a test print right now to make sure that it extrudes consistently, and then once that's done, we'll do a bed leveling and then a bed level test, and as long as that's good, the client will be ready to pick up this. So Ender 5 Plus, if you're getting crunchy prints, if you're getting under extrusion, check those things out. Yeah, also you want to make sure that your fan is running. If your fan stops running or is only running very slowly, heat creep can cause bad extrusion. So there's a few things, but hopefully this thing will be good now. Have a good day, guys. That is how to diagnose crunchy prints. Have a good day.